Good morning, everyone. So, in the last class, we were talking about speaking skills. So, we will take up speaking skills today. This is the last chapter for the first module. And we begin with self introduction. That is how we can introduce ourselves. So, this is the first exercise in any speaking process, that we have to learn to introduce ourselves before we can do anything in language. So here we have an example of how somebody introduces himself. We have this boy himself, Jeremy, introducing himself to us. So that is the example that has been provided to you. So using this example, we can also introduce ourselves. So I'll just go through that introduction. Hello, friends. Jeremy would love to be your friend. Listen to Jeremy introducing himself. So let us see how he introduces himself. He says, "Hi friends, it's my pleasure to introduce myself. I am Jeremy. I am 14 years old." So first you tell your name, your age, etc. Then you can talk about the place you come from and what you do. And this is the order in which we introduce. I'm sorry, I lost my network connection. Please stay online. So we are back. Okay, are you able to hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you for those responses. So, yeah, thank you. So here we have Jeremy introducing himself. So we said that when we introduce ourselves, first we tell our name, our age, the place we come from, what we do, etc. And look at the order in which he introduces himself. Then he talks about his interests. So what is he interested in? What are your interests? All these things you can mention. See, he says which place he comes from. He says I'm from San Francisco. I'm currently doing my high school. I'm passionate about photography. Okay, so those are his interests, and then he talks about his ambition. What is his ambition? What does he want to become? So his ambition, he says, is to become a wildlife photographer. Then you can also mention your qualities. What are the qualities that you have? So he says he is honest and sincere. So one or two qualities that you can have can be mentioned in the self-introduction. So you can make, it is possible for us to make a self-introduction on our person in about 5 minutes. Okay, in about 5 minutes, it is possible to make a self-introduction about us. So my strength is my belief that nothing is impossible if you have the will to work hard. So this is the strength that, so everybody will have some certain strengths. So each person who lives in this world has one particular strength or the other. We have to find out what are the strengths that we have, and we have to focus on those strengths and mention about it when we introduce ourselves to the uh, interview board. So usually it is in the interview that you may need to make a self-introduction. So most interviews begin with a self-introduction. In fact, all the interviews, they begin with the self-introduction, and it is based on the self-introduction that most of the questions are asked. പല ഇന്റർവ്യൂസിനും ചോദ്യങ്ങൾ ചോദിക്കുന്നത് നമ്മളെക്കുറിച്ച് പറഞ്ഞതിനെ അടിസ്ഥാനമാക്കിയിട്ട്. അതുകൊണ്ട് നമ്മളെക്കുറിച്ച് പറയുന്നത് എന്തൊക്കെയാണെന്നുള്ളത് വളരെ പ്രധാനമാണ്. It's very important that we mention very relevant information about ourselves. So what are the different kinds of information that we can provide in a self-introduction? That is mentioned as a table below. Let us look at that table, and you can use those structures to introduce ourselves. So I will request at least one or two of you to introduce yourselves so that we get an experience in how we can introduce yourself. I'm reducing the size so that it is visible in your screen. If needed, you can zoom it using your hands on your mobile. Okay, so so these are the different things that we can tell about ourselves. So when we begin, we can talk about our name of the place we come from. Then education, what do you do, whether you have completed some particular education or whether you are doing some course now. All these things are included in education. When you talk about hobbies, hobbies are such activities which are creative and lead to a better understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Okay, so hobbies are such activities which will enhance our personality, increase our personality. So such hobbies, everyone will have or need to have such hobbies. So they help you to become a better personality. You will become unique among others. So everyone should have such hobbies. Hobbies are always creative. They lead to something new being created in yourself or in the atmosphere around us. Such activities are called hobbies. So they are such activities which are not done for an income, but for a pleasure as well as for developing creative skills. Then we have ambition, which is related to ambition. When we always talk about ambition, it is related to our career. That is what you want to become in your life. So there may be people who want to become an officer, a stenographer, a receptionist, a confidential assistant, a typist, a policeman, a worker, different jobs. So depending upon our taste. So these things will depending upon our taste and our talent. So each person has different interest, aptitude, and attitude. Okay. So we will have different aptitudes and attitudes, and depending on that, we will have different skills, different talents, etc. So all these things will decide the kind of career that we want to choose. So that is what is meant by ambition. I would like to become something. Or you can put it in different words. These different structures are given so that we understand that we can use these different structures instead of sticking to one particular structure. ഇപ്പോൾ ഇതിൽ കൊടുത്തിട്ടുള്ള ഒരുപാട് സ്ട്രക്ചേഴ്സ്, ഇപ്പോൾ ഓരോ ഹെഡിങ്ങിൻ്റെ കീഴിലും ഒരുപാട് സ്ട്രക്ചേഴ്സ് കൊടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ട്, which indicates that it is not necessary to say something in only one structure. നമ്മൾ ഐ ലിവ് ഇൻ പുല്ലഴി എന്ന് പറയാം. ഐ ക്യാൻ സേ ദാറ്റ് ഐ ലിവ് ഇൻ പുല്ലഴി. ഐ ക്യാൻ സേ ദാറ്റ് ഐ കം ഫ്രം പുല്ലഴി, or I can say that I am from Pullari. So depending upon the situation, you can change these structures. It is not required to stick to any particular structure. That is why these different structures have been given here. Okay, so below that, ambition. So ambition is what you want to become in life, what you want to do as a professional. That is what is known as ambition. The next is about qualities. So Jeremy mentioned that he is honest and sincere. Similarly, what are our qualities? So there are many qualities which are listed here. So you can choose the kind of qualities that will apply to ourselves. നമ്മളെ കുറിച്ച് നമുക്ക് എന്തൊക്കെ ക്വാളിറ്റീസ് ആണ് ഉള്ളതെന്ന് നമുക്ക് തന്നെ, everybody will know what qualities they have. So better than others, we ourselves know what are the qualities that we have. So we have to mention at least one or two qualities which actually will define the personality. So they will be able to understand what kind of a person you are. So we should also mention about our family, where we come from, how many members there are, who is your father, who is your mother, what do they do, what are their professions, etc. Maybe you can try to introduce yourself. I will request some of you can use these structures which you see on the screen. Then it will be easier for you. ഇപ്പോൾ ഇതിൽ കൊടുത്തിട്ടുള്ള ഈ സ്ട്രക്ചേഴ്സ് യൂസ് ചെയ്ത് തന്നെ നമുക്ക് ഇൻട്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും. So some of you can introduce yourself, so that will be useful for you to introduce for others also on how to speak. So let us begin. I will not call out anybody's name because I want you to come by yourself. So we have said that we should speak. Everybody should speak, because only by speaking we can learn the skill of speaking. Speaking ചെയ്യാതെ speaking പഠിക്കാൻ പറ്റില്ല. That is why we are going to do it in the class. This is the only opportunity that you get to speak in English. നമുക്ക് കടയിൽ പോയിട്ടോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ബസ്സിലൊക്കെ വെച്ച് നമുക്ക് ഇംഗ്ലീഷൊന്നും സംസാരിക്കാൻ പറ്റില്ല. You cannot speak outside. You cannot even speak English at your own home. So the only opportunity you have to speak in English is in the classroom. So let us use this opportunity, and don't worry about whether you will be able to speak properly, because you have some templates here. Already കുറേ templates ഇതിനകത്തുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ അത് നമ്മൾ ജസ്റ്റ് fill ചെയ്താൽ മതി. So let us begin. I'm waiting for you to speak. Somebody should
Good morning, sir.
start so that. Yes, good morning.
Good morning,
Yes,
sir,
Binsi.
and dear friends. My name is Binsi Chandra. I am from Trivandrum in Payat. I completed my plus 2 education in St. Xavier's in Payat. My hobbies are writing stories and read books. My favorite book is ഒരു സങ്കീർത്തനം പോലെ by written by Perumbadam Sridharan. It's a very interesting novel. And my ambition, I would like to become a professor. Okay, my family very I have very small family consists of my father and brother. My father name is Chandran. He is an auto driver. And my brother name is Abin Chandra. He is studying IT. And my qualification, I to believe me, my confidence and myself. I always speak myself. It's nothing impossible. Also, I am possible. Thank you, sir.
Amazing, wonderful. I think everybody should appreciate her. Please appreciate Vinci for that wonderful self-introduction. So that she actually appreciates, she deserves everyone's appreciation. Look at all those people appreciating you. Vinci, so many people appreciating you in the chat box. Great,
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
amazing.
friends.
Yeah, the appreciations are pouring into the chat box. Wonderful. Everybody is appreciating you for speaking. So when we see these appreciations, we feel happy for having spoken. So when you speak, initially you feel hesitant to speak. വേണോ സംസാരിക്കണമെന്ന് തോന്നും പക്ഷെ സംസാരിച്ച് കഴിയുമ്പോൾ you feel happy. Do you feel happy now, Binsi, for having spoken? See,
Yes,
Binsi
sir.
is thanking you all. Yes. Yes, she is happy, and others are also happy, isn't it? So, actually, speaking is actually a kind of magic. There is some magic in speaking, which actually connects us together. We feel more closer when we speak. We think that it is better to remain silent. It is not. This skill has been given to us, to human beings, so that we build relationships. So. Now everybody likes Binsi because you have spoken, you have told something about yourself, you have opened up. Okay, so we have opened up our minds. So everyone likes people who opens up their mind, who tells about themselves, etc. So so that helps us to relate to people. So man is said to be. There is a saying that man is a social animal. We are not like other animals. Okay, other animals can live on their own, but man is considered to be a social animal. Well, what do you mean by social animal? Somebody who likes to socialize with others, somebody who likes to interact with others, somebody who likes to relate with others. മറ്റുള്ളവരുമായി ചേർന്ന് കഴിയാൻ, മറ്റുള്ളവരുമായി ഇടപഴകാനൊക്കെ താല്പര്യമുള്ള ഒരു ജീവിയാണ് മനുഷ്യൻ. മറ്റുള്ള ജീവികളെ പോലെ അല്ല. So that is the difference. So that we have to interact with others. So now, who are the people who you remember in the class? So you must not have seen everyone in the class. ക്ലാസ്സിൽ തന്നെ 55 പേര് ഇപ്പോൾ ഉണ്ടത്. You may not have seen everyone. But who are the people who you remember most? Those people who remember you most and you remember most are those people who interact, who say something in the classroom. Even the teachers, when class, I haven't seen most of you. In fact, I haven't seen Joffy at all, but I remember the first name I remember is that Joffy, Vinci, Srilakshmi. So those people who interact, Jyoti, the these people who come from so remote places, they are not even from Thrissur, they are from Trivandrum. So Vinci is from Trivandrum. I think Jyoti is also from Trivandrum. So these distances don't matter if we are able to interact properly with others. and there is Jisna here. So those people who talk, who say something, those people we remember. So, do we want to be remembered by others or do we want to be forgotten by others? That is an important question. Do we want to be remembered by others or do we want to be forgotten by others? Remembered or forgotten? What do we want to be? Do we want others to remember us or do we want others to forget us? Very good, Joffrey. We want others to remember us. Thank you for the response. Everybody wants to others to remember us. So if we want others to remember us, what should we do? We should interact with them. We should build a relationship with others. So to build a relationship with others, it is a very important thing to interact with others, talk to others. So now that Binsi has introduced herself, we understand Binsi more. We like her more. We like to relate with her more because she is interested. We understood that she is from the very remote place for us. She is from Trivandrum. We understand that she is interested in reading. She likes to interact with others. So these things which actually makes Binsi more closer to us. Okay, so like that we can also build a relationship with everyone if you are able to speak, ready to speak. And the most important thing is to not to wait for others to speak. So this ability to interact with others is called initiative without waiting for anybody else to start. Initiate എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ തുടങ്ങാൻ തന്നെയാണ് അർത്ഥം. So this ability to start a discussion, this ability to begin a discussion is called initiative. So that is a very important skill that everybody should have. So even if you are not able to start a discussion, if somebody speaks, we should also be able to continue to speak. So the next person can start speaking. Yes, you can introduce yourself.
Good morning,
Next
sir,
person.
and my dear friends.
One.
I'm Sophie George. I'm from Nidumbar. I'm from. I am 20 years old, and I was born on 22nd March 2000. I have done my schooling in St. Mary's High School, Irinarakuda, with 84%. Then I did my plus two from St. Mary's High Secondary School, Irinarakuda, with 96%. And I did my computer operator and programming assistant course from Government Women's IT Chalakudi, and I recently worked at Kitex Government's Ernakulam as data entry programming assistant. And I am interested in cooking, gardening, reading, etc. Um, my short-term goal is I want such a platform where I can grow my studies along with the college growth. And my long-term goal is I want to become an employee in banking sector. I have 5 members in my family. My parents both are working. My father is Mr. George. He is working as a baker, and mother is Mrs. Pushpam George. She is working in St. John's Public School, Parpukara, as non-teaching staff. And that's all about me, sir. Thank you for giving me such a wonderful opportunity.
Thank you, Joffrey. Wonderful. Superb. Great. I think we should all appreciate Joffrey also for making such a wonderful uh, self-introduction. Look at all those appreciations coming in. See, people are all appreciating
Thank
you,
you, sir.
Joffrey.
Thank you, friends.
See, when we speak, we feel happy. The others also feel happy, and it actually creates an atmosphere. Suddenly the atmosphere changes. So that all the seriousness in the atmosphere melts away, and there is a kind of jovial, happy feeling, and there is a kind of celebrative kind of thing that everybody gets involved in what is happening, not just one or two people. Everybody, see, even those people who have not said anything so far, they have typed appreciation for you in the chat box. So that makes us happy. In fact, those who don't speak also are getting motivated to say something. They will also feel that, oh, I can also say something. So you feel that, oh, if Jofi and Vinci can speak, I also can speak. So that kind of motive, even I am motivated to say something. So I think I will also introduce myself so that you, I'll just use this template here on the screen, and I will also introduce myself. Good morning, friends. Let me introduce myself. My name is Jay Prakash. I come from Pulledi. My native place is Alappi. I completed my schooling in 3 different places. One was in Kollam in the south of Kerala. The other was in Kannur from the north of Kerala. And I finished my 10th from Thrissur. I did my college studies from Sri Kerala College, Thrissur. I did my research work from the University of Calicut. At present, I am teaching English at the Government Women's Polytechnic College in Thrissur. My hobbies are reading and listening to music. My passion is to meditate. I am interested in meditation. I have been practicing meditation for the past 20 years. I would like to become a better teacher. That is my aim. And the qualities that I have are I'm an optimist and I'm good humored. I have 4 members in my family. My family consists of my parents and my brother and myself. My father is Mr. Anuparaman. He is a retired accountant. My mother is Mrs. Kannambal. She is a homemaker. Okay, homemaker means somebody who works at home. They are not jobless people. They are actually contributing to the society. Okay, so this is about myself. So thank you for listening to me. I would like to listen to everyone else also.
Good morning, sir. I am Sri Lakshmi KS.
Yeah, thank you.
I am from Irinyalakuda, and I completed my school in Tirthi Convent School, and I completed my +2 higher secondary school in Katu Government Higher Secondary School. Then I also completed my degree in Calcutta University, KKTM Government College. Now I'm doing my diploma in Government Women's Polytechnic College, Thrissur. Then I'm interested in listening music, singing, or watching movies. Then I want to become a government employee. Then I'm a friendly person. Then my family, I have 3 sisters. Then my mother is a private. My mother is a peon in a private college. Then my sisters are married. Then I think nothing can be achieved without hardworking. That's all about me, sir. Thank you.
Great, Srinivas. So we should really appreciate her for that wonderful introduction. Amazing. So that was indeed a wonderful introduction. Look at all those appreciations coming to you. Lakshmi, people are all appreciating you for speaking. So we feel happy when we speak. Only when you start speaking, only then you understand. Lakshmi is thanking you all for the appreciations. Only when we start speaking, we understand that it is such a magical thing. Until we start speaking, we will never begin. So without beginning, we cannot. So it is a very tricky thing. കേൾക്കുമ്പോൾ വളരെ രസകരമായിട്ട് തോന്നും. അത് തുടങ്ങിയില്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരിക്കലും തുടങ്ങില്ല. തുടങ്ങിക്കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ പിന്നെ നമുക്ക് നിർത്താനും തോന്നില്ല. വി ലൈക്ക് ടു സ്പീക്ക്. സോ If you look at the people who speak, even in the classroom, it is the same people who continue to speak because they understand that this speaking is a good activity. So I will request everyone who has not tried it should try it because it is actually such a good thing. It will actually increases, enhances your personality. So everyone is here. I'm sure everyone is here to become better people. So if you want to become a better person, it is one of the best things to try to introduce yourself. And to start speaking. So the best way to start speaking, ഇപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് അന്താരാഷ്ട്ര കാര്യങ്ങളൊന്നും പറഞ്ഞ് തുടങ്ങാൻ പറ്റില്ല. നമുക്ക് ഇപ്പോഴത്തെ രാഷ്ട്രീയ അന്തരീക്ഷത്തിനെ കുറിച്ച് സംസാരിക്കാനൊന്നും ചിലപ്പോൾ പറ്റിയെന്ന് വരില്ല, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് കർഷക സമരത്തിനെ കുറിച്ച് സംസാരിക്കാൻ പറ്റിയെന്ന് വരില്ല. ബട്ട് വി ക്യാൻ സേ സംതിങ് ഷുവർലി അബൌട്ട് അവർ സെൽസ്. നമുക്ക് ആകെ കൂടി ഉറപ്പായിട്ട് എന്തെങ്കിലും പറയാൻ പറ്റുന്നത് നമ്മളെ കുറിച്ചാണ്. ബാക്കിയുള്ളതിനെ കുറിച്ചൊന്നും നമുക്ക് ഉറപ്പൊന്നും പറയാൻ പറ്റില്ല. So the best thing that we know is about ourselves. So why not say that and then begin our speaking skills? Okay. The next person.
Sir,
Yes, please. Yes, Abhirami.
good morning, all of you. Let me introduce myself. I am Abhirami A.S. from Kodungalur. Well, going to personal. I am living with my parents and my father is 80 and she is 80. And my mother is Sheeta Tambo. She is a homemaker and also studying diploma in civil engineering. My hobbies are reading books, and doing any craft items. My ambition to become a government job, get a government job. Well, let me find the answer. Thank you.
Let us appreciate her. Amazing. Look at that, Abhirami. So many people are appreciating you. Appreciations are coming in from wonderful, wonderful ways. There are so many emojis are being posted. Everyone appreciate you for those words. When somebody speaks, we are not just listening to what they are saying. We actually are also trying to relate to them to ourselves. അവരുമായിട്ട് നമ്മളൊരു ബന്ധം സ്ഥാപിക്കുകയാണ് ആക്ച്വലി ചെയ്യുന്നത്. നമ്മൾ വെറുതെ അവർ പറയുന്നത് കേൾക്കുക എന്നുള്ളതല്ല. എസ്പെഷ്യലി വെൻ യു ആർ ടോക്കിംഗ് അബൌട്ട് യുവർ സെൽഫ്, ഒരു പേഴ്സൺ സ്വയം സെൽഫിനെ കുറിച്ച് പറയുമ്പോൾ. So self is something which you have already learnt about the self in the induction program. സെൽഫിനെ കുറിച്ച് കേൾക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പം നമ്മൾ സെൽഫ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് is a kind of, it is actually the very long lasting thing. It is not the body. So the body may be doing different things, but the self is something which we like to relate to. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മുടെ സെൽഫും മറ്റേയാളുടെ സെൽഫും is actually basically the same thing. So the സെൽഫിൻ്റെ ബേസിക് ആസ്പിറേഷൻസ് ഒക്കെ സെയിം ആണ്. നമ്മളെല്ലാവരും ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നത് സന്തോഷവും സുഖവും ഒക്കെയാണ്. സോ we like to relate with others because everyone is basically the same. You may come from different places. One person may come from Kannur, one person may come from Kozhikode, one person may come from Malappuram, one person may be from Ernakulam, one person may be from Trivandrum. But basically, wherever you come from, the basic human aspirations are the same. So this is something we realize. And whether it is Sri Lakshmi who's speaking, or Abhirami, or Binsi, or Jofi, we feel that they are all like us. See, Abhirami is thanking you for your appreciations. അവരൊക്കെ അഭിരാമി ആണെങ്കിലും ബിൻസി ആണെങ്കിലും അവരൊക്കെ നമ്മളെപ്പോലൊക്കെ തന്നെയാണ്. Whether they have done a degree or diploma or done an ITI, it doesn't matter. അങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ അതൊക്കെ ആണെങ്കിലും അവർ നമ്മളെപ്പോലൊക്കെ തന്നെ. അപ്പം നമുക്ക് അവരുമായിട്ട് റിലേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും. അവർ നമ്മളെപ്പോലെ തന്നെ, അവർ നമ്മളെ ഫ്രണ്ട് ആണ് എന്നൊരു ഫീലിംഗ് നമുക്ക് വരുമ്പോൾ, സോ യു ഫീൽ ഹാപ്പി ടു ബി അസോസിയേറ്റഡ് വിത്ത് ദം. So you don't, human beings do not like to remain isolated. We want to relate with others. We want to build friendship with others. We want to build a relationship with others. So that is what makes us the human beings. നമ്മൾ മനുഷ്യരാക്കുന്നത് അത്തരത്തിലുള്ള ക്വാളിറ്റീസ് ആണ്. എങ്ങനെ നമുക്ക് മറ്റുള്ളവരുമായിട്ട് സ്നേഹം വെച്ച്, ലവ് ഇസ് എ വെരി ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ് ക്വാളിറ്റി. When we speak of love, especially in our adolescent age, we think of love as with somebody with someone who from the opposite sex. അങ്ങനെയല്ല. സ്നേഹം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് നമ്മളുടെ ഓപ്പോസിറ്റ് സെക്സിലുള്ള ഒരാളുമായിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു വികാരം അല്ല. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ജസ്റ്റ് എ വെരി, ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ഓൾസോ ദയർ, ബട്ട് ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ജസ്റ്റ് വെരി ലിമിറ്റഡ്. The real love is something which is universal. It is something which actually expands our consciousness. നമ്മുടെ യഥാർത്ഥ സ്നേഹം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് is something that which expands. It takes us to everyone. So when I say that I love you all, it means that it is actually a kind of a relationship. Exactly, Geoffrey. It is something which is universal. It actually spreads towards everyone. It is not limited. ഒരു വ്യക്തിയിലേക്കോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒരു സ്ഥലത്തേക്കോ ലിമിറ്റ് ചെയ്യപ്പെടുന്നതല്ല. It is actually spreading its consciousness over everyone. Okay, so I will not take much of your time because there are many more people who want to introduce themselves. I will speak in between. Okay, you can start. Next person.
Sir.
Yeah, yes, just now I was waiting for you.
Good morning, sir, and all my friends. Let me introduce myself. My name is Disna KS, coming from Mullasheri. I have completed my 10th at CKC GHSS Pavarati and plus 2 at Government HSS Mullasheri. In my family, including me, there are 5 members. My grandmother, father, mother, and I have a brother, and also me. Father is doing business, that is catering, name Prince Catering. That name is my brother's name. And my mother is queen of my home, that is, she's a homemaker. Brother is doing 10th. Now, I am doing diploma in commercial practice, and I love to become a lecturer, and it is my passion. Then, in my words, I am telling that take every cases in a positive manner. That is only, sir. Thank you.
Wonderful, Jisna. Thank you for that introduction. Again, many people are appreciating. So many people appreciating you for speaking this now. Look at those appreciations coming in. Wonderful, amazing. See, when you speak, you feel happy. Before speaking, you think whether I should speak, but after speaking, you feel that it was worthwhile to speak. It was useful to speak. So we feel happier after speaking. And the people who listened also, they are also happy because they understand more about you. So when they said that your parents are doing some cooking and all, so we will ask her to cook something for us. When you come to class, when the classes begin, we will have something which is made by her parents, if they cook well and all. So these things we try to relate with them. We try to relate not only with the person but with also with the family. അങ്ങനെ ഒരു ബന്ധം സ്ഥാപിക്കാനായിട്ട് നമുക്കൊരു ആഗ്രഹം തോന്നും. So this kind of magic in speech is something which cannot be replaced by anything else. The happiness that you feel by speaking, which you cannot, എന്തെങ്കിലും കൊടുത്താൽ കിട്ടില്ല ആ സന്തോഷം. നമ്മൾ ആർക്കെങ്കിലും എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒരു സമ്മാനം കൊടുത്താൽ നമ്മൾ നല്ല വാക്കുകൾ പറയുന്നതിൻ്റെ ഒരു സന്തോഷം നമുക്ക് ഒരിക്കലും കിട്ടില്ല. So this is the magic of speaking. And that is why this title is also, the title of this chapter is also, I Speak Well. So, why is it titled I Speak Well? Because speaking is something which is very basic to building human relationships. Okay, next person.
Good morning, sir, and my dear friends. Let me introduce myself. My name is Safina Twinsi. I am coming from Kozhikode. I completed 10th at Government School Neelasharam and plus 2 at REC GVHSS Chatamangalam. My hobbies are I love to gardening and listening music. My ambition is I will like My qualities are friendly and faithful. I have 5 family members in my family. Parents and one brother and my also. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Safinath. Hey, wonderful. It's, see, look at this appreciations coming in for you, Safinath. Everyone is appreciating you. See, when we speak, see, people are all appreciating. When we speak, and when people listen to us, and when they talk about, especially about the place you come from, when you say about Kozhikode, there may be people who have never gone to Kozhikode. So they feel that, oh, it is a nice place that this person is coming from. I want to go to Kozhikode. Safinath is thanking you for those appreciations. So we feel that also Kozhikode is famous for the halwa from Kozhikode and also the chips from Kozhikode. So we will ask Safinath to bring some halwa and chips for us when she comes next time. So this kind of building a relationship is actually something very beautiful about speaking. We try to not only build a relationship with the person and their family, but also with the place they come from. She said that she studied in Anileshwaram, then in REC. All these things remain in our memory. Next time you meet that person, you immediately relate that person to the place, the family they come from, etc. Okay, you may belong to different professions. That the professions do not matter. അച്ഛൻ ഡ്രൈവറായിരിക്കും, ചിലരുടെ അച്ഛൻ ബാങ്കിലെ ജോലിയായിരിക്കും, ചിലരുടെ അച്ഛൻ ടീച്ചറായിരിക്കും, ചിലരുടെ അച്ഛൻ കൂലിപ്പണിയായിരിക്കും. These professions do not matter. Professions are what? It is to earn a living. ബേസിക്കലി എല്ലാവരും എന്താണ്? ബേസിക്കലി എല്ലാവരും മനുഷ്യരാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ചെയ്യുന്ന ജോലി എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് നമുക്ക് ജീവിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടുള്ളതാണ്. So it does not matter, but we try to relate to different people. So we understand that though these professions of these parents are different, these people are basically the same. Professions ഒന്നും അല്ല മനുഷ്യരെ നിശ്ചയിക്കുന്നത്. It is what you are as human beings, and that is what is revealed by speaking. സ്പീക്കിങ്ങിലൂടെ നമുക്ക് മനസ്സിലാകുന്നത് അതാണ്. പ്രൊഫഷൻസിനൊന്നും വലിയ പ്രസക്തിയൊന്നുമില്ല. അപ്പം നമ്മൾ ഏത് പ്രൊഫഷനിലായാലും ഒരു നല്ല മനുഷ്യരായി ഇരിക്കുക എന്നുള്ളതാണ് ഏറ്റവും പ്രധാനം എന്നുള്ളത് നമുക്ക് മനസ്സിലാവും. So we understand that it is not the work that we do matter. It is not the place that we come from that matters. It is not what we eat that matter. It is what we are as human beings. That is what matters. How we behave with others, how we interact with others, that is what is important. Are we good in our dealings with others? Are we pleasant in our dealings with others? Are we giving happiness to our others when we interact with them? These are the things which are most important. That is what we do when we speak with others. When we speak to others, we are actually respecting them. നമ്മൾ ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ സംസാരിക്കുന്നത് എവിടെയാണ്? ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ സംസാരിക്കുന്നത് എവിടെയാണ്? Family, exactly, Jofi. It is in our home. It is in our home that we speak the most. Why? Yes, so many people are responding in the chat box. Home, family, and responding. It is in the home that it is in our family. Why do we do that? Because we relate ourselves more with the home than with the class, than with our friends. It is in the home that we feel that they're closest to us. So if you can expand this home, you should expand. Home should become the center, and that circumference should expand. If you can expand that to include more and more people, your whole world becomes a family. It can happen that the whole world becomes your home, and then yes, we are more closest to them. But what I'm suggesting, this exactly, Jofi. Yes, thank you for this. Yes, family and home. Yes, Sri Lakshmi. Yes. So we try to expand ourselves so that we are. So what happens? Happiness also increases. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് ഹോമിൽ പോകുമ്പോൾ മാത്രമല്ല സന്തോഷം, നമുക്ക് ഫ്രണ്ട്സിൻ്റെ കൂടെ ആണെങ്കിലും നമുക്ക് ഒരു പരിചയമില്ലാത്തവരുടെ കൂടെ ആണെങ്കിലും വി ഫീൽ ഹാപ്പിനെസ് ഇഫ് യു ട്രൈ ടു റിലേറ്റ് ourselves to others. That is a method of bringing happiness to our own life. നമുക്ക് സ്വന്തം സന്തോഷത്തിന് വേണ്ടിയല്ല, മറ്റുള്ളവരെ സന്തോഷിപ്പിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി മാത്രമല്ല. This is actually for bringing happiness to ourselves. Okay, next person. I think one or two people also can speak.
Good morning, sir, and my dear friends. I'm
Good morning.
Nandana Raj, and I'm from Edmonton. In my family, four members, including me. My father is Rangaraj, he's welder. My mother is Sarla, she's entrepreneur. And I have a sister, she is literature student. And uh, lots of hobby I have. One of my hobby is writing stories and poems, and also lots of novels and stories. My ambition is to become an Indian soldier. I would like to treat my country, and I'm proud of an Indian. Thank you, sir.
Amazing. Great. So she said that she wants to become a soldier, so we should also salute her, isn't it? So, because somebody who loves her motherland. So, look at all those appreciations pouring into the chat box. So, yes, she has spoken about herself. Nandana has spoken about herself. And we feel that we should appreciate her for wanting to become a soldier, because it's not an easy thing to lead a country in times of war and all that. So that kind of spirit for the land is something which everybody appreciates, isn't it? So very nice. So this kind of skills in speaking, if we develop, we actually feel more happiness in our life. You look at, yes, so many people are appreciating. Look at those emojis, wonderful emojis coming. Great. So when we speak, so what is the basic human aspiration? Basic human aspiration is to become happy and prosperous. സന്തോഷവും സമൃദ്ധിയും ഉണ്ടാവുക എന്നുള്ളതാണ് ബേസിക് ഹ്യൂമൻ ആസ്പിറേഷൻ. ആ ബേസിക് ഹ്യൂമൻ ആസ്പിറേഷൻ അച്ചീവ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് എങ്ങനെയാണ്? ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് ത്രൂ റിലേഷൻഷിപ്പ് വിത്ത് അതേഴ്സ്. അല്ലാതെ തന്നെ ഇരുന്നുകൊണ്ടൊന്നും ഹാപ്പിനെസ് ഒന്നും നമുക്ക് ഉണ്ടാവില്ല. ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് ബൈ റിലേറ്റിംഗ് വിത്ത് അതേഴ്സ്. റിലേറ്റിംഗ് നോട്ട് ജസ്റ്റ് ടു വൺ പേഴ്സൺ. നേരത്തെ പറഞ്ഞ ഒരാളുമായിട്ടുള്ള ബന്ധമല്ല. ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് ടു റിലേറ്റിംഗ് വിത്ത് ദ എവ്രിതിങ്. നോട്ട് ഓൺലി വിത്ത് യുവർ ഫാമിലി മെമ്പേഴ്സ് ബട്ട് ഓൾസോ വിത്ത് അതർ ഹ്യൂമൻ ബീങ്സ്, ദ പ്ലാന്റ്സ്, ആനിമൽസ്, എല്ലാത്തിനുമായിട്ടും നമുക്കൊരു നല്ല റിലേഷൻഷിപ്പ് ഉണ്ടാക്കാൻ പറ്റും. നമ്മളുമായിട്ടും ബിഗിൻസ് വിത്ത് ദ സെൽഫ്. ഫസ്റ്റ് യു ഷുഡ് ഹാവ് എ ബെസ്റ്റ് ഗുഡ് റിലേഷൻഷിപ്പ് വിത്ത് അവർ സെൽഫ്. വി ഷുഡ് ഹാവ് ഗുഡ് സെൽഫ് ടോക്ക്. നമ്മളോട് തന്നെ നമ്മൾ എന്ത് പറയുന്നു എന്നുള്ളത് വളരെ ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ് ആണ്. ഇറ്റ് ഇസ് കോൾഡ് സെൽഫ് ടോക്ക്. ഞാൻ നല്ലതാണ്, ഞാൻ മോശമാണെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞുകൊണ്ടിരുന്നാൽ ഞാൻ മോശമാണെന്നുള്ള ഒരു ഫീലിംഗ് വരെ നമ്മൾ ഒരിക്കലും സംസാരിക്കില്ല. So we should have the good self-talk that I can speak. Why not? My father may not have a job at all. See, I told you my father is retired. No, why not tell about that? So അതുകൊണ്ട് എന്താണ് കുറഞ്ഞു പോവുക? ഒന്നും കുറഞ്ഞു പോകില്ല. So self-talk is something which we talk to ourselves. So we should have a good relationship with ourselves. We should have a good relationship with our family members. We should have a good relationship with others in the society also. നമ്മൾ വീട്ടിൽ മാത്രം പോയാൽ സംസാരിക്കുന്നു പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ we are limiting ourselves. So we should be able to speak in the class also. We should be able to open up inside the class also. And then we develop our speaking skills, because there is no other shortcut to becoming a good speaker. The best way to become a good speaker is to start speaking. And I hope that everybody will start speaking from now onwards in the class. So don't give me opportunities to speak. In fact, the teacher should speak less, especially in a language class. ഭാഷയുടെ ഒരു ക്ലാസ് ആണത്, ഭാഷ പഠിക്കുന്ന ഒരു ക്ലാസ് ആണ്. Here it is not the speaker who should speak, the teacher who should speak. It is the students, the learners who should speak. Yes, Jofi, happiness and prosperity തന്നെയാണ് നമ്മുടെ ലക്ഷ്യം. So that is the basic human aspiration. So to achieve that happiness and prosperity, we should start speaking and the class, and then the class becomes lively and we learn better. What is the purpose of a class? It is to facilitate better learning, and that is what we achieve through these sessions. And that's it for today. We conclude the session now. See you again in the next class. Thank you for joining. Have a nice day. Wonderful day. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.